Good morning! Good morning, everyone! I just woke up. And I'm still sick. And I just woke up. It is what it is. I've been keeping my voice a little low energy right now because I'm pretty congested. So I'm like, if I keep to myself, I won't get congested. But I'm congested. Hold on. I'm trying to make it so that I remain as uncongested as possible. But at least it's just a cold. My store. Okay. Whoa, I'm back. I'm home now. Hold on, let me turn this down on my end a little bit. I'm happy to be back. Yay! Thank you for welcoming me back so kindly. I'm happy to be back in the shoebox right next to you guys. Well, I brought you along with me. I brought the shoebox to the far east with me, so don't worry. You guys were there the entire time. And remember, I had you in my lap a few times when we were doing those Twitter spaces, using this exact same chat room. And I reused this room because I saw you guys LARPing in it. So why waste a perfectly good room? And why waste a perfectly good thumbnail? Not I. I won't be wasting a perfectly good thumbnail. So that's why we're back in this room. Yeah, it was crazy. But I wasn't able to broadcast my voice into the shoebox very often because I was touching so much grass. It was so wild. And now that we're back, you guys get my point of view, my memory. Admittedly, my memories are very, very bad. But I'll tell you everything that I can remember about me touching grass. Which includes me having to go through my photos to remember what I did day by day. What's grass like? Oh! I upgraded the shoebox a little bit. You know the pee pad corner? I put some fake grass on so you pee on the fake grass. Instead of the pad, you guys pee on fake grass in the pee pad corner. Yay! The pea grass corner! Don't you love the pea grass corner? Hey, upgrade! And I hope it makes the shoebox feel a little more hospitable to live in and walk around in and roam in. And pissing. You find the grem in tall grass. Chances are that grem is pissing. I'm still coughing, sorry. I'm muting to cough so you don't hear my disgusting noise coughing. Oh my god. I have so much to update you guys on. I don't know where to start. Why does my voice sound different? I'm sick! I'm recovering from an illness! I'm a small Victorian child who was introduced to 500 different strains of virus, and I got sick! That's what happened to me. I really am sick as coughing, sniffling. Okay. I guess I'll start with my sick story. I guess it's better to start with what happened just now. So I think it was I remember it happening during the karaoke stream. You remember the off collab that was hosted on Fumoko's channel? And we're all in the studio karaoke timing? On that day, on that karaoke day, I woke up and I'm like, wow, I kind of have a sore throat. It kind of hurts to swallow. It's probably because the air in this area is so dry. And I'm not hydrated enough, because being hydrated makes you have to pee often. And I hate peeing, especially in the Far East, because you have to go out of your way to find a bathroom. And I'm just like, the less I drink, the less I have to use the bathroom. And I have to look for one. So that's... that... So that's why I don't hydrate, because I'm like, peeing is a cycle where I can't believe that every time I pee, or every time I drink, I have to pee. It's awful. That's why I'm not very hydrated. Maybe that's cope. I don't know. Do you think that's cope? It could be cope. It's not cope. It's not cope. And so, I guess. On the day of the karaoke stream, I had a little bit of a sore throat, but it didn't hurt that much. It just like, it just felt really dry, and I didn't feel sick. I didn't have any other symptoms except that it was a little uncomfortable to swallow. And then it kind of went away as the day progressed. But in the morning, I think if you hear me in the morning of that stream, I'm like, I have a sore throat. My throat kind of hurts. That we should have known. We should have known. That is how it always starts. And then, but after that, I was like, I'm fine. It's not sickness. I'm fine. What day was that? I think that was the 12th? 12th JST at least. The day after that, we had to go on our trip. Gigi was patient 0. That is so not true. There's so... The timeline. There's so many people that got sick before me. There's so many people that got sick from Fest. Crazy amounts of people. I got hit in the crossfire. And then I think on the 13th we were headed on our trip, and I was a little low energy that day. And I'm like, sorry that we went on our onsen trip. Me, Rara, and Cece. And I'm like, sorry, I'm low energy. I have I have a sore throat. It's not a sore throat. I'm like, I'm not sick, guys. But me being low energy probably kind of tipped them off too. But I'm like, I'm not sick. I don't have any other symptoms of being sick. I'm not sick. I don't have a fever. Everyone has a fever right now. I don't have a fever. It's just, it hurts to swallow a little bit. And I'm making sure I get really hydrated. And I'm drinking a lot of liquids now, even though I don't want to. And I was freaking downing Pocari Sweat every chance I got. I was so hydrated. And then the onsen was really nice. And then I felt healed being in the onsen, sitting in the hot bath going, wow, I'm not sick. Never kill yourself. This is beautiful. And on the day that we're returning from the onsen, so I canceled stream. Or Rob was like, we should cancel stream. I want you to get better. Because like the entire morning, I'm like, no, I think we can still do it. I think it's fine. We'll just head back to your place immediately after. But I guess she sensed how low energy I was, and she's like, you should take care of yourself. We should cancel stream. And I'm like, okay. And then I went back on that day. And then I met up to get so I still wasn't feeling very sick. On this day, I got back, I was like, whatever. I was just really dizzy this morning when I stood up for some reason, but that's whatever. Every time I move my head a certain way and I get really dizzy, I'm not sick, that's okay. I don't know, like, my head was spinning every time I like knelt down, I bent down, and I stood up. I got really dizzy for some reason. But I wasn't sick. I was not sick. I was healing. I felt normal. And Gigi Tomo, you know how I was at her house? Well, she was in the Far East that week. So I was like, let's get her. By the way, I may or may not be sick. So let's not share food, but I may or may not be sick. And she's like, okay. So we got dinner and we went into like a perfume shop together. And they handed us, like, you know, a sample paper for us to smell it. And I was shoving that up. I'm like, right up in my face, trying to smell it. I'm like, does it smell like anything? And she was like, it's kind of strong. And I'm like, I can't smell it. And she's like, she's like, bro. And then this was before our dinner. We went to our dinner after that, and I'm like, Gigi Tomo, I'm scared. And she's like, shut up. And we got sushi, and I'm like, I have terrible news. I can't taste it, and I usually hate ginger. I hate ginger so much. I put ginger in my mouth, and I'm like, I can't taste the ginger. And we ordered one wasabi, and I'm like, I can't taste it. And she's giving me this look. You know what she's thinking. She's like, oh my god. Like in her head where she's like, get away from me. And the entire time, like the rest of the night, I am like tweaking because I'm like, oh my god, I go home really soon. What if I have the cough? I'm the entire time I'm like, I'm going to kill myself. And then I told, well, then me and Gigi Tomo went to our friend's house who lives in the Far East, because she's like, I have test, come over, you can take one, let's all take one together. And I'm like, hee, okay. So we go over to their house, and they pull out some test, and we take it, and we're like, where are the control lines? What kind of test is this? And then they're like, oh, this expired in 2022. And I'm like, we were sitting there for like 15 minutes. I went to 2 pharmacies being like, do you guys have any tests here? And they're like, no. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, anyone got any tests? And then that's why she's like, come over, you can test at my place. So we're sitting there for 15 minutes, and I'm like, I don't think this is working. The control line isn't even popping up. What's happening? And they're like, do tests expire? And then we're like, dude, test expire. And they're looking at the package and they're like, the date on this says 2022. Yeah. Well, I had things to pick up from their house because they got me a lot of joke bear items and a lot of Chikawa stuff that I had to bring home. So I had to pick them up. So I gathered all my goods. All the things that I needed to be picked up. And then this is when I very pathetically went to Mane-chan and I was like, where? Do you know where I can find some tests to take? And then Mane-chan's like, uh-oh, let's go to the doctor. And then in my head, the first time I was like, I might be a little sick. To Mane-chan. And then Mane-chan's like, do you want me to make an appointment? And I'm like, nah. Because in my head, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Go to the doctor? Are you kidding me? I haven't been in a doctor in so long. Doctor? How expensive? I am not going to the doctor. And then when I asked Mane-chan that, Mane-chan was like, very assertive, being like, when are you free tomorrow? And I'm like, I think I'm free at this time. And then Mane-chan's like, okay, I booked you an appointment, I'll pick you up. And I'm like, okay. So I went! And they tested me for many things to see what's wrong with me. And I'm dying. And Mane-chan was like, it'll be okay. And I'm so doomer. Like, the entire morning, I was looking up, like, will I get my taste back? And then people with the most doomer mindset be like, I never got my sense of smell back and it's been a year. And I'm like, that's gonna be me! That's gonna be me! And I'm gonna be so sad! And it'll be nothing worth living for if I don't get my sense of smell and taste back! Because, oh my god, before this trip, I don't know why I brought this up, but my mom messaged me before this trip, and she was like fear-mongering me, and she's like, watch out, there's so many people getting sick in the Far East. And she said, like, the day before my trip, she sends me an article of some actress dying because she got sick in the Far East. And I'm like, what the hell are you sending me? So she sent me that, like, the day before my trip. She texted me that, and I'm like, what the? What the hell? And she was, I put up with her because she has to drive me to the airport. And the entire morning of going there, she was griefing me so bad. I was so debuffed the entire morning. And then she, like, unpacked my stuff and put a lot of medicine in my bag. Should have listened to my mom. I didn't die! I'm fine! She's wrong! When she unpacked my bag and put a bunch of medicine inside, I'm like, I won't need this. So why are you unpacking my bag? I'm not gonna need this stuff. I did end up using it. So thank you, Gigi Mama, for packing all that medicine. And then she packed, you know, I forgot what it's called, but you know, like the herbal ointment that has a really, really, really strong smell, and then when you rub it on your chest, like when your parents force it onto you and it stings and it's really, really cold and it has that really, really strong smell. It's not Tiger Balm, but it's like similar to Tiger Balm, but it's another thing. It's the ointment, but Asian. And the scent is so strong. And I couldn't smell it! put so much. I was like dabbing onto my finger and then rubbing it, and I was like, my chest was burning, and then the entire night I was like, oh my god, I can't smell it. I can't smell it. And in the morning, I was like, I was literally putting the bottle up to my face, being like, I can't smell it. And I was coping so hard, going, oh my god, I kind of smelled it. I could kind of smell it. But then I went to the doctors, and at the doctors, they were like, well, I took the test. They shoved a swab up my nose. I sat there for 15 minutes being doomer, being like, oh my god, what if I can't go home? Should I die? What if I die? What if I never get my scent back? And then the doctor calls me in with my results, and they're like, yeah, you just have a loser cold. You got nothing. It's literally, you're just congested. It'll come back. And then yeah, like we have like the test in front, all negative. You're like, yeah, it's just a cold. Get out of here. Here's some medicine. And then I was like, whoa, oh, okay, just a loser cold then. Just me sitting here with my loser cold. And my entire trip, my checkup, my day of appointment, last minute checkup, very nice little clinic, was less than $20. I was so shocked. And then they gave me an entire like flight of medicine for a week, where I had to take like 5 pills every meal. And that was less than $10. And I was like, whoa. Wow. And Manny Chan's like, yeah, that's why you should go to the doctors while you're here. And I was like, damn. I was just gonna die. Fake. Hold on. Anyways. So afterwards, I felt pretty good. And then, I basically got my sense of smell back the day that I went. So I stopped being doomer. But the entire night, for at least, I was tweaking for at least 10 hours. Literally losing my mind. And then was told that I was just a little loser. And also, I kind of, like, before that, I didn't have any symptoms. That's how I was coping. But then I started getting a cough. I feel like I'm more sick now than I was a couple days ago. And now I'm just coughing. But I was taking a taxi to the clinic. And I don't know, I wasn't coughing in the morning. Like when I'm active and I'm moving around, I don't cough that much. And I'm like, I'm fine, I'm not coughing that much. But it's like the moment I sit down on transportation, that I start having coughing fits. And do you not feel like the biggest loser ever when you're on transportation and you're coughing? And you're like, oh my god, these people think that and like I'm literally en route to a clinic in this taxi, coughing my lungs out. And I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry, taxi person. I don't mean it. I don't think of me that way. I don't have the plague, please. Did I have a mask? Yes, I was masked up. And then Do you ever hold your coughs in public because you don't want them to think that you have the plague? So whenever I was in public, I would constantly, like, especially on transport, I would hold back my coughs. But it's painful to hold back your coughs, and then it's like the little tickle in your throat, and then I would cry. I would just sit there because I'm like, it's so painful, and then there's like tears running down my face, and I'm doing my best not to cough so that way people don't think that I'm contagious. I don't know if I was contagious. Gigi Tomo didn't get sick from me. I don't think. No, she's fine. She seemed that it happened so long, like a couple days ago. She's having fun on her trip. She's messaged me. She's not sick. See? It was totally fine. CC didn't get sick either. Yeah, I feel like that's a really big indicator. But I feel like the entire trip, Cece was drinking, you know, those little tiny vitamin shots? Ever since she got there, she was shotgunning those little tiny vitamin shots every single day. So, I don't know, maybe she was on to something. Yeah, maybe I should have done that too. Like, the day I got there, she handed me one also. She's like, drink it! And I'm like, ew, but I don't want to. And she's like standing there, she's forcing me to drink it. I'm like, but I don't want it. I drank it, but I did not drink it as consistently as she did. But she kept giving me them randomly. And I'm like, ew. I don't... I should have listened to her. I should have taken those. I really should have. And Gigi Mama also packed me emergency. I should have been eating the powder of that every day. I'll know for next time to always eat emergency when traveling. I should know! Every time you go to big events, always eat emergency. Shotgun the packet of emergency. Put in water. No! You don't need water. Just makes the water taste bad. Coughing. Hold on. How are those microtransactions going? Good! I spent money on Cookie Run last night. Zero self-control. I like the new Cookie Run mode though, where it's like the My Cookie mode, and then you're running around and you smack things, and it's just silly. Very silly. Anyways, that was my past few days, everyone. Thank you for welcoming me back and listening to my story on how I was sick, and that took like 30 minutes on me recounting the tales of me getting sick and my whole journey. That was my entire journey. I've been through a lot. It's been a time. But I am okay. Maybe. I am okay now. Yay! I feel better. I've been crazy sleeping. And I have so much work I have to catch up on. And I really did treat. Because I didn't have a laptop on me. And all I had were vibes and my work phone. So the past few weeks I was taking it like a vacation. Because, I don't know, I feel like there's not very many opportunities that you can hang out with everyone like that. So I wanted to make those fun little memories and hang out. And now I'm back. But if I had to go to the Far East for an extended amount of stay next time for some reason or whatever, I will have an actual schedule that I'll keep to. But this was a vacation. This was not me trying to stream. But next time, if I find myself there, I have a semblance of an idea of what my schedule is gonna be. And that I'm gonna see if I can be a morning Graham who wakes up at early hours to stream and then go outside and touch grass. Maybe. Mayhaps. Perhaps. What is this? It was a Jaycation? Gaycation? What are you saying to me? It was a slaycation. It sure was a slaycation. Don't know what that Graham said. Callie says she doesn't like off collabs. Do you feel the same? I get the sentiment. I'm kind of the same, where I like experiencing, like, in the moment, being in the moment and not having to worry about, I don't know, being entertaining. I don't know. To me, I feel like when you're streaming, you're still streaming towards an audience, and there's like the underlying understanding that, oh, this is a stream. And then when you're not streaming and then there's like no cameras on, you guys are just chilling and talking about literally whatever, and you know that you're like safe in talking about whatever, and then that's when things get very personal and vulnerable, and you start opening up about things that you can't talk about. But in my head, I liked off collabs while I was there, because in my head I'm like, this is my streaming quota. I am still fulfilling my need to appear somewhere by being somewhere else on someone else's stream. In that off collab, I am fulfilling my quota. And that's why I liked my the random off collabs I popped up in, because then I'm like, guys, I'm there, I'm right there, hee hee hee, I'm quote unquote streaming. And everyone else has to set it up and I don't. But it was a great time. I liked being able to just chat with people. Like, you know, you're just like hanging out at midnight because we're all in the same area. And if we didn't have that opportunity, I wouldn't have been able to have this one conversation with Iris. And then, I don't know, that conversation was so funny. I think other people have already talked about it. It was like, it was like this really extensive BL conversation going on. And then it started as a big group, and then it became smaller of me, Iris, Bay, Cece, where we're talking about BL. And then Iris is so funny. She kept saying things. It wasn't even me. I was just repeating what she was saying, and then she started crying from laughing. It's so funny. It was awesome. So silly. And then I brought it up in the Twitter space where Iris told me about the school days family tree. And I looked up the family tree and I was like, what the hell is going on here? And she said I should bring it up and say nothing else about it. And I did. But everyone that knows, knows. But it's a messed up family tree. That is a crazy... Like, what is going on in that universe? What are they doing? No! Actually, he should stop doing! He needs to be stopped! While I was looking at it, I was literally like, I was staring at the family tree and saying that this is someone playing The Sims and doing the 1 to 100 generation challenge on The Sims, but it's this visual novel. That's what it is. Except he kept at it within his own family, which is crazy. Anyways, I wanted to make sure that I read some of these. Hold on. Wait. Yes. Thank you, Forest Jimurin. Thank you, Hachi Jimurin. Welcome back, Shoebox owner. Glad to hear you had a fun time during your trip. Also, good work on the Enreca voice pack. It was so good. Guys, if you didn't know, yesterday, Enigmatic Recollection Lebestal. There's a voice pack that came out yesterday. If you want more of the journeys of a dear Jonathan with a G, you can go see that voice pack somewhere. I gestured vaguely somewhere. If you look at the top right of this video, I will link to it above. I'm lying. I'm just kidding. I will not be doing that. But if this was a video, it would have a pop-up just now when I brought it up. It would be like, Lebesto voice pack, and then a pop-up on the top right. But this isn't a video. I don't even know how to do that. Scan the QR code. Yes, scan the QR code right here. Shows it in front of you. Shows you it. Shows you my QR code that you definitely see. Yeah, sorry, VOD gang. Link in bio. Link in description. Morrison to QR code? Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't it be so crazy if I was a QR code? Wouldn't it be so wild? Hold on, I have to get my phone out if I want to talk about my trip. I have to see what photos I've taken. I actually didn't take that many photos. I felt really disconnected from my phone this entire trip. And I wasn't very active on social media and stuff, and I was spending a lot of time off my phone touching grass, and it was beautiful. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that moment of being disconnected. Also, it felt really, really, really awesome because we went to an onsen in the middle of nowhere, and they have like the open baths where it's outside, the outdoor open bath where you stare at the wilderness and there's literally nothing around you and you don't bring your phone in and you just sit there and you're just like, wow, life is beautiful. Okay. Hold on. What's in these photos? This is when I was still at Gigi Tomo's house. The day before my trip, I bought a bunch of gacha boxes. Because I can't help myself. I love gacha. I love spending money on little toys. I love little toys. Yeah, before my trip, while I was still at Gigi Tomo's house, I bought a bunch of toys. Okay. Ooh. I'm doing my best. Rubbing my two brain cells together to try and remember. Remember the trip. Remember what you did. What did you do? What were the things you did? Do I still recall getting Cabanon? I do! Though, that feels like it was a really long time ago, but it really wasn't that long ago. But this trip was quite long. My days were very, very packed and varied. So it felt like it flew by, but I also accomplished so much in such a short amount of time. Roboko Senpai Chikawa plushie. Roboko Senpai messaged me. And she was like, Anya told me you like Usagi. Do you want a plushie? And I'm like, okay. But I don't know. I was like, oh my god, Roboko Senpai messaged me. I have to give an offering. And I'm like, you like Chikawa too? Who's your favorite character? So she told me, and then I ran out to go play crane games. And I know that there's like a B Usagi in the crane games at this time, so I went to win a B Usagi, and I don't even know if she wanted it, but I was like, I got this for you, so we traded. It was very awkward though, but she was very sweet, and she was very awesome, and I would treasure the Usagi that she gave me. Carried it around backstage. Aww. It was a big plushie. Any excuses to play the claw? Honestly, I love playing the crane machine. I cannot keep the items though. Oh my god. There was one day where I was just walking around playing any claw machine I saw. Like I would just put 100 yen in to any random machine I walked by just to test the strength of the claw. And there's a few of them that I won in like one try. And then I'm like, I'm not bringing this home. I don't know what to do with it. It just becomes extra clutter. But I just love playing them. It's so fun. Give them the stab? I really should just start leaving things in the studio for people to take. I'll be like, I won these. I don't need them. Anyone can bring them home. And I'm slowly reading through these. And thank you, Infinity, for the G Mooney. Excited to hear all your stories from your trip to the Far East. Wow. I'm happy to give you 30 minutes of sick GG stories. And now the rest of the stream is trying to remember everything else that happened. I remember being sick the most because it's most recent. I am actively sick. I am currently actively sick. Make a room specifically for the stuff you win for no reason. I actually have that at Gigi Mama's home. She has a room that like an empty room that I dump all of my plushies in. And I just tossed them on the ground. Well, she did it first when she was cleaning stuff. And then she just like placed everything on the ground. And I'm like, I'm adding to this pile. So now I have a room in Gigi Mama's house where the entire ground is just plushies. And I don't know what to do with them. I really need to declutter. But I literally can't stop playing game. I can't stop crane gaming. Topic 9. Topic 9. I was thinking of this stream last night in bed, going, oh, I should remember these things so I can bring them up, but I didn't write them down. I need to start writing stuff down because I always forget. In my tickling my brain cells. There's one thing I remember is that I got to hang out with Narissa, and she's really sweet. And Narissa would always she's awesome, and she would give me a lot of forehead kisses, and I'm like, wow, I didn't ask for them. She just gave them to me, and I'm like, hee hee hee. And it was so sweet. I know! She would just come over and then just give me a little peck on the forehead or a peck on the cheek, and I'm like, ah! Yeah! It's nice. And I held hands with a lot of girls. love holding everyone's hand. You don't get the opportunity to hold hands with so many people. And then you get to like just be really close with them while you're walking around. And it's awesome. I'm really happy with this trip because I feel like it gave me the opportunity to get really close to people that I didn't get to talk to a lot before. Or like that we talked, but we didn't really talk in depth. But because we were so close, we could yap a lot. And then I was like, yeah, I love friendship. And then me and Bay were even planning on doing something before I left. But we both got sick. Next time though! I was really looking forward to it, but next time! Damn this sickness! Yeah, next time we'll do it. And then I was also talking to Iris, being like, twirling my hair, say if I was here for much longer, how free are you to hang out on a day-to-day? And she's like, oh, I'm usually free at least once a week. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna see if I can harass her when I can. I'm gonna do my best. Will do my best to bother them more. Topic dying. Oh, before I left, there was one thing that I did. I brought my, since Gigi Tomo was there and that we were hanging out a little bit, even though I was like double masking so she wouldn't get sick on her trip. Is even though I couldn't sing at karaoke, that doesn't mean other people can't sing. And I was like, you have to come to karaoke with me. I want the coasters! Drinks on me! So I got some coasters, and one of the coasters I got was a shiny Koyori Mama coaster! I'm so happy! Yay! I'm so yippee! It's a shiny one! It's the one that's there. I don't know what it is. It's like a collab that's happening right now in the Far East. If you go to a karaoke room and then you order a drink, they give you these coasters and there's a chance of it being shiny. And the other one I got was Fuwawa no Mokoko, sadly. I got a Kylo one. And I got a Shiori one. I know! I didn't get a Mokoko. I was so sad. Not shiny. The only shiny one was the Koyo Mama one. They're in my bag. I need to find a place to put them now that I'm home. But ever since I got back, I just left all of my stuff in the hallway. And it's just sitting there. I have not unpacked yet. I have so many toys to unpack. So many Chikawas to unpack. Ordered 30 and got 0 Mokoko? That's crazy. Oh my god. 30? 30 of them? That is... I hope she comes home to you. I hope when you order more that she comes home quickly. It's also like... You go and you have the drink on top. So you also have to drink the drink with... I guess you don't have to drink the drink. But it feels like a waste to not drink the drink that the coaster comes with. So you're just like, okay, I have to drink all these drinks with these coasters. Drinking the drink. I wish I took a photo of all the crane game things I won though, and then I could show you guys, but I didn't take a photo. I don't know. It feels like a shameful, my sins, my shameful sins. Every time I play a crane game, I'm like, no, I can't think of it too much. Some crane games, they're games that are like sunk cost fallacy, where you know payout is happening, but you don't know when, and you refuse to let the person after you win it. So that's why you're always going. And then there's some games that you win in less than 3, and you're like, I'm so good. So it balances out. Yeah. I am not putting money into a machine for another person to win after me. I'm just not letting that happen. How often do you call staff to help you out? As long as you don't have massive winnings on you, I think that you should always abuse the staff call function whenever you can, especially if you're a foreigner and you look like one. Where you should abuse that card and you should go, sumimasen, pointing, pleading emoji, please, please, please. And that's why I always had so many people. Well, not that many people. It was mostly CC. And then sometimes it was like another person. And then sometimes I was with Yichitomo. And then I would just be like, can someone call staff, please? Someone find staff! And call them! And make them move it! Yeah. And then, if you call them enough times, if it's a nice arcade, they will literally take pity on you and put it into an exactly winnable position. And then you can abuse this if you are there often. Like, if you are there for a longer extended period of stay, you just have to go to the arcade once a day. And you can do that. You can hit up multiple arcades. And use the one-time pity in each location and leave. And then do it again the next day. I didn't do that though, but I did it sometimes, some of the days that I went. But it's a strat that you can use where you hard pity it each time. And then, you can also, there's multiple things you can do if you didn't know about crane places in the Far East, is that if the toy that you want isn't out and it's in the back, you can actually call staff over and be like, can you please move the toy? That toy, I want that toy. So you can get them to switch out the toy that you want. And then if you win and you have coins left, you still have plays left in your machine, you can ask staff to move those plays to a different machine. Make sure you don't waste these! You can do those things. Thank you for coming to my crane machine one-on-one, 101. Toy maxing and pity pilled. Yes, I love toy maxing. My crane machine TED Talk. Yum yum yum. I'm looking at my... How much did I spend on the crane game, may I ask? Let's not talk about it. I don't even know. Cash is not a real currency. The cash isn't real. It's not real, guys. You physical money is not real. It's made up money. Yeah, cash is fake money. Bank account, real money. Thank you, Sonic Jerry, for the G-Mooning. All the Grems miss me. I miss all the Grems too. Thank you, Fantasia, G-Mooning. G-Mooning Gundam, G-Mooning Foresight, G-Mooning Frosty Waffle. I'm making sure that I don't miss too many of these. Otherwise, I know that they're gonna. I'm just. Thank you guys for waiting so patiently for my return and then being here upon once I return. Yay! Okay, let me see what else is here. I had a bunny in the Far East. I was really curious. And because I've been there a few times, I was like, okay, now is the time that I'm just gonna eat whatever I want. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna try. And it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. I thought the bread was good. I think the only thing it was lacking was pate. It could have been a lot better if it had more or like stronger pate, but I was surprised at how good it was. It's like better than some of the ones that I've had where I live. Having died. Ooh. Oh, and there was a day that I got lunch with Crony, which was really tasty. We were just walking around and we got lunch, and then we got some yummy looking tarts. It's a bunny. Oh, the pate inside the bunny. Bunny! Bunny. Crony was tasty? Yes. So tasty. She is so delicious. Leave her alone! She can possess multiple women! It's fine! She can do what she wants! Yeah, it's 2025. She can do what she wants. What else is here? I have photos of a lot of merch that I see. I took a photo of some Kave merch I saw because I rarely ever see Kave merch. We are so happy for her. She is having the most wonderful time of her life right now. That face doesn't look like she's so happy right now. She's so happy. And every day she gets to have wonderful, delicious food, and then she's just having wonderful brushing each other's hair. Yeah, everyone, we are so happy. We're so happy for her. She gets to wake up thanks to Kyla. Yeah, they get to hold hands. Well, actually, should I bring it up now? When we were staying in the same place, actually, Crony came over and she slept in my room, and we had like a yap session, and we did skincare together. Yeah, it was a great time. We did skincare, and I did a face mask, and we talked a lot, and I'm so happy that I can talk with her so much. Yeah, and now that Fest is over, everyone's gone home, Crony went on her cute little trip. She's still having The greatest time of her life. We love that for her. Yeah, life is beautiful. Never kill yourself. Life is worth living. She gave me a massage. She cracked my back a lot. During that the fest watch along. I think there was a clip of it. I don't know if that was the actual mic picking up my bag, but actually when it happened, it was like 5 billion crunchies, and I was like, wow, am I dying? Is she killing me? What's so wild? Guys, fix your posture! Now I'm straightening out my back. No more shrimping! We have to fix our posture! No more shrimping in 2025. No shrimp posture check, everyone. Are you sitting up straight or are you shrimping? Are you shrimping right now? Unshrimped. Everyone unshrimp yourself. Oh, okay. We're unshrimped. Sorry, Sin, God, thank you! Welcome back, we missed you, yay! I mean, not yay. Sorry you guys missed me. But I hope that you know that I missed you guys too. But it was beautiful. Don't worry! Every single thing I did, you guys were there in the shoebox. So, you guys were also there when, we did skincare together. And Grams were also there when, Crony cracked my back. And then Grams were also there when we went to onsen. See? You don't remember? Oh, it's because it was too dark in there. Yeah, Grams were at the onsen too. The shoebox was brought along. It was just too dark in the shoebox that you guys couldn't really tell what was going on. And it was quite soundproof. Sorry. But you kind of remember, right? I dropped some crumbs in there. Almost drowned during the oh my god, the onsen is so beautiful. The moment I don't know. I like stepped in and I'm like, yes. I monkey. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're just naked in it's like cold outside and it's completely like you will step inside and it becomes all warm and toasty and you're like, yes, monkey. I'm monkey. And then there was like kind of a small waterfall kind of thing. I don't know what it was. It was just like a stream coming from a rock, and I sat underneath it, and I'm like, yes, I'm like a monkey sitting underneath the waterfall the entire time. Felt like a monkey. Me when I'm monkey. Can we get a shoebox expansion? It's as big as you want it to be. And then, I don't know, but in my camera roll, after all these photos of food, and, I don't know what this is. What is this? Oh. I have, like, 15 photos of Crony. But, like, of the same shot. It was... Because I was telling her, I was like, oh, this is a nice scenery. Walk down this walkway. Walk down this pathway. So I took 15 photos of her while she was walking down the pathway. I did it for Bae too. When there was like this nice scenery and I'm like, give me your phone, Bae. I'm gonna take 50 photos of you. You look awesome. And then I took about 50 photos of Bae. Yeah! I just take rapid fire photos. photos, you know, so they can decide what their favorite photo is. And then I was literally on the ground, on my tummy, getting a photo from like the ground up, trying to make their, you know, it's like the angle to make legs look really long. So I was getting all the angles from the ground. The dedication. This is what you have to do. Always take beautiful, wonderful photos of your friends so that they can have beautiful... Oh my god, why am I getting a phone call? Gigi mama. Hold on. She's making me check something. 1 second. Okay. And some water. Anyways, thank you, Wolfhound. Jimurin! Thank you, Nanny. Jimurin, good to have you back. Hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling... okay. I'm no longer super dizzy when I move around anymore. Which is good. It was like... when I close my eyes, wait, ayo, and then you can feel the world spinning kind of still. It was strange. Strange feeling. Yeah, my vertigo. Thank you, Sword of Bushido! Chimuri! Thank you, Divinity Ninja. Welcome back. Hope you had fun. Sure sounded like you did. I had so much fun! When I go on trips, I think I need to keep a little journal. Even if it's on my phone, I need to keep a little diary entry of the things that I do day by day. Otherwise, I forget. It's kind of my philosophy when I take photos of my food. Because, people are like, "Ooh, taking photos of your food. Why not enjoy the food?" Okay, and my memory is so bad. The camera eats first. Also, if you don't take a photo of your food, how will you remember what you ate? Tell me, people that don't take photos of their food, what did you eat 1 year ago on this day? Tell me every single food item you ate on your vacation you went on. Do you remember? I don't think you do. I remember because I took photos of it. Why is that important? I guess if you're traveling specifically for food, I think it's important. If you're traveling, you're like, I'm just eating whatever. I don't care what I eat, and it doesn't really matter. But if you're going, you're like, I went to this really nice restaurant. I don't remember what I ate. I feel like it's a waste. And then you go to, I don't know, you go to a place that's like $100 course. Don't you want to remember the courses you ate? It's a lot of money. Hold on. Coughing! Coughing, baby! Coughing, baby. Why do you want to hear me cough? There's a few unmuted coughs in the previous stream, I believe. $100 in this economy? Maybe even a $700 meal. I don't know. I can't think of the most expensive meal I had. I don't think I've ever had a meal that went... for per person. I don't think I've had a meal over... maybe 300? 400 per person? Maybe. I think my most expensive was around the 200, 300 range. And that was because I'm like, I have to treat myself. And I must... yes, fine dining! It was very, very fat, but... you have to know that my main desire when I travel and do stuff is that I really like food experiences. That's why I seek them out. And then my trade-off is that I spend less money elsewhere, and that's where the balancing happens. Is that I'm like, I'm going to skimp on these costs because I know I'm gonna spend a lot of money on food over here. So just make sure to balance for your budget. Caffeine! Caffeine! I mean, I like having... I feel like I've been to some really, really mid-expensive food places. I think even that place was a little... like, the food was good. But in my head, I'm like, was it good enough to justify the cost? And I don't think it was. I think the reason that it's so expensive is because it is the experience of... it's like... you are being waited on hand and feet. The entire customer service experience from the moment you get in. I think that is also factored into the cost. But I don't think the meal itself is worth that amount of money. Yeah, you pay for the experience, I guess. The atmosphere. And I've had some very, very mid-expensive food. And I'm like, wow, sure is mid. But when you have mid-cheap food, you're like, this hits different. So I am an enjoyer of all foods. What? Ian, remember what I eat sushi off of? Every single one in a line. All of them. Yes. Greedy. Sorry. So greedy. My bad. Can I not wish and want for something? Can I not have a little greed? And pray? And hope? Without these desires, what is even the point of living? To have a mirthless life? Full of no joy, no wonder, no whimsy? So bleak, so cold. Let a man dream so that he may wish and want. I don't know. Dream big. I played more gacha. Wow. I really have so little photos of what happened. Also, I think it's because, I don't know. I guess it's fine. I didn't take that many photos of the best venue. Because in my head, I'm like, what is okay to be taking a photo of? And also in my mind, I'm like, should I be whipping my phone out in these areas? So I felt a little... maybe the phone is best in my pocket. But, mayhaps. I know people take photos of the things they sign. So I think next time I will take more photos of the areas that at least I'm in. And then take more photos of the things I sign. No phones! Just vibes! Just vibes. Did I really play 2 gachas at the same time? Yes. 2 crane games. Dual wielding the crane games. Don't you do that sometimes? I don't know. I like playing things just to see how things move. You know what I mean? Where you put a coin in, and then I love moving boxes. Just so I know how that box moves. And then I don't play further than that like one time. I like shift it out of its initial position and then I leave. So I'm like I'm paying 100 yen just to watch the crane move something. I don't know. It tickles a part of my brain. I need that. I need it! I needed it! Was very wild. I think the first day I got there, it was raining and snowing, and I didn't have a hood, and I didn't want to get an umbrella. So I just walked around in the rain and snow. I think I walked in the rain and snow much more than I should have been. And then I'm like, hope I don't get sick off of this. But in fairness, I don't think I got sick off of the rain and snow. I must have gotten sick off of other things. Yeah. Totally did not affect me getting sick. Because I got sick at the tail end of my trip. And that wasn't from the rain and the snow, I think. It accumulated? Is that what they say? Is that how colds work? They build off of it's like a debuff that builds. Don't think colds work that way? No, they don't work like that. Does the cold stack? No, colds don't stack. What? You think life is a video game? There's no way colds stack. Coughing, dying. I'm trying to remember what happened. I don't know. I would say that I left with my heart being full and feeling fulfilled because I'm happy that I got to spend so much time with people I care about, and it was beautiful. And even if I don't remember the little details, I remembered the vibes, and the vibes were awesome. And I know that Persona social rank skill rank up. And then you hear the jingle and you're like, your social rank link has raised. Yeah. Gigi will now die for you. Thank you, Juna, for the super. Jimoni, welcome back, Gigi. How I saw look cool on stream. Hope to go in person and see Gigi on stage next year. Please bless me with lottery luck for next year. Good luck! Lottery for those always look so... how to say... like a bloodbath. You guys are just fighting for a chance to watch it in person. Do I have candy in my mouth? I have a cough drop. I'm trying to suppress my cough. Nom nom nom. Cough drop. What flavor? Herb flavor. Yes, you heard that right. Elizabeth Rose Blood Flame. Flavor. It's the Ricola Original. Thank you for the gifted Gramber. Oh my... Would it be crazy? One day, I hope that I can reach my million wish. And mark this down early because I won't reach it anytime soon. But do you think it would be crazy if I asked for my million wish to perform Clarity at Fest? Would that be a crazy million wish? I think that would be the craziest act. It would be so crazy. Okay, guys, see you in a few years. That's on my bucket list. Would be wild. I was thinking that while watching. I was thinking to myself, oh, what if one day I'm performing? What would I perform? And then in my head, is that a crazy wish? Need the DJ booth too? Cause when you jumping and popping, it's jopping. I remember when I was Narissa gave me her phone and I tweeted out jopping and she's like, "What's jopping?" And I'm like, "You don't know what jopping is?" And then also, I remember Fuamoko were there while I was showing Narissa jopping, and they were very amused by jopping. And Fuamoko were like, "Wow, these are." We could write these lyrics. And I'm like, yeah, when you're jumping and popping, you're jumping. It's a good sign. Jumping's a good sign. No one knows what jumping. How everyone knows what jumping is, right? I don't know. When I bring up jopping and Crony doesn't know jopping, and then Bay doesn't know what jopping is, I'm like swiveling my head around, going, no one here knows what jopping is. How come you guys don't know what jopping is? Jumping. It's an older K-pop meme at this point. Why? We should be teaching every generation jumping! Because when you jumping and popping, it's jopping! Jopping! How we get down? Jopping! How we get down? Jopping! How we get down? Stop spreading brain rot. It's not brain rot. It's art. It's like knowing ring ding ding. You know? Everyone knows these songs, this music. Crazy Frog? No, not Crazy Frog! Ring Ding Dong! Oh, my bad! Ring Ding Dong! Everyone knows Crazy Frog though. You bring up Crazy Frog and everyone knows what Crazy Frog is. You bring up jopping, no one knows what jopping is. It's a tough world out there. No jumping, no popping, no jopping. Thank you, Hyena, for the Suba. Hope we're feeling better. Thank you. I'm hoping to read these Subas too. One of them is gonna have a question and it's gonna stimulate my brain energy to give you more stories. Other than vibes. Me going, yay, I love vibes. I love friendship. I love hanging out with everyone. I went to the studio for the first time. It was very awesome. Oh yeah! I have a... Well, this is completely I wanted to bring this up. Completely unrelated to the studio. I have... Remember that cover I said last month? Well, it should be out by this month. Don't know when, but the MV is done. Just We might waiting on some final things, and hopefully, I can't wait for you to see the MV because it's really cute. Yeah, yippee! I have a list of covers that I want to do this year. And so I have a few in early stages of development, but I can't record anything right now. I'm a little scared that I'm gonna get pinged being like, hey, voice pack recording due, and I'm gonna be like, I'm coughing baby. And they'll be like, okay. Frowny face. I also felt so bad because I'm like treating the past 2 weeks as vacation, but work doesn't stop when you're on vacation. Also, it's not technically a vacation. You're still working. I still have to work and do stuff. And I would get pinged, but I'm not on top of the pings because I'm only, like, my only source of communication is my phone. And I have to do all, like, work correspondence through my phone. And I would fall behind on stuff because all I have is my phone. And then people are messaging me and they're like, hey, check this. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I forgot that you pinged me here because all I have is my phone. Do you have a laptop? No, I haven't bought a laptop yet. You should buy one. You really should buy a laptop. It's okay. This trip was the little appetizer before I have to experience what it's really like to be there for a longer period of time. And I know what I have to bring. Like, I got to look at the living situation. And then now I'm like, okay, so these are the things I have to bring for me to feel comfortable and for me to feel more homely. And then this is what I'm gonna try and do for my schedule. And I'm gonna try and stay on top of my scheduling. I will say though, I don't know. What is the... I don't know time zones anymore. It's because daylight savings happened that I don't know. What is it now? It's an hour forward? Right? That means... What time is my usual start time now? In the Far East. Let me look. Lost an hour of sleep. Ooh. Yikes. Oh god. Well, I don't know if I will be able to wake up at 6 a.m. every day, but I will try 7 a.m. Maybe. I have very lofty goals right now in my head. Very, very lofty goals. But I'm gonna try. So lofty. The loftiest of goals. But I'm gonna make my best effort. I will do my best. Anyways, imagine being lofty. That's me. I come back from the Far East feeling so inspired. Everyone's so hardworking. I got to meet a lot of senpais, and they're very, very inspiring. I was really shy. I didn't get to... I walked in... Well, I didn't walk in on them, but I was in the studio with Liz, and we were walking around, and then we saw some senpais, and we got to talk to a few of them. And I got to talk to Iroha senpai, and I got to talk to Ririka senpai, and I got to talk to Polka senpai a little bit, but I was really, really shy. I was doing my best, and then I was like... My brain was fizzling. And I once I learned some Nihongo, I would try harder. But during one thing one thing I really, really remember, it was the briefest of moments. I so very, very, very briefly met with some of Regloss. I was in a group too, and then I think Regloss was in a group, and they were walking around Fest, and then when Hajime Senpai introduced herself, she did a little, like, I got to see her do a body roll in real life, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, life-changing experience. She's so good. She is so good. Was that part of the introduction? Yes, it was part of her introduction. She introduced herself. She did a little body movement. And I'm like, oh god damn. She is so good at dancing. And that has been sticking with me. That has been in my head rent free ever since it was like I only saw her for less than a minute. We were just like our paths just briefly crossed in the groups that we were in. Everyone said hello, she said hello, and then everyone walked away, and then that has just been living in my head the entire time. Yeah, that's all it took. And I'm sure everyone has seen her dancing skills in her lives. So good. So awesome. Thank you, Jeez Lewis! Gee Mooney, are you real this time or am I hallucinating again? Hallucinating! You're still hallucinating. You need to wake up. It's been 10 years. Your family misses you. The car accident wasn't your fault. Wake up! Wake up! Apparently, see Bays? I'm gonna need Bay to body roll in front of me. That'll be my next time I'm there. I'm gonna try and sneak my way into her. Just kidding, I won't sneak my way, but I hope that I get the opportunity to see her practice. Thank you, Turtle Cubes! Were there lots of plushies to leave behind this time? No! I brought everything home. It was a little bit of a struggle, but I brought everything that I won, everything that I hoarded, everything that my friend was keeping for me whenever I saw Chikawa stuff, and I'm like, can you purchase this? Keep this at your house, thank you! And then I brought all of that home. I offloaded everything I didn't want to other people. It was great! It was awesome! Oh my god. Do you ever, when you're on an airplane and then because of the pressure changing, your ears get like a little plugged and then you have a little bit of hearing loss? Every time it happens, I become so doomer. I don't know why, because I always get my hearing back. But the moments that it happens, I'm like, I'm never gonna get my hearing back. This is gonna be my life for the rest of my life, and it's gonna be so miserable that I can't hear out of this ear for the rest of my life, and I'll be so sad. It happened on the way there, and it happened on the way back. Where, when I got off the plane, on the way there, I couldn't hear from my left ear, and I was really upset. And then it went away, and I'm like, oh, life is beautiful. It's worth living. There are cathedrals where those would die to see. And then on the way home, and then my left ear again. Actually, it was both ears this time because I'm congested. And then having a cold and flying is kind of, you're congested, so it makes the air pressure worse. So then on the way back, both of my ears were kind of plugged. And then I was like, oh no, I'm never going to be able to hear again. And I'm going to die. And life is not worth living. And I should kill myself. But then I got my hearing back. And life is beautiful. And life is worth living. And don't kill yourself. So that's my experience. That's what happened. That's what happened to me. Yeah, it's an endless cycle. Minor inconvenience. And I'm like, wow, life is not worth living. And then it's over and I'm like, life is so beautiful. And the graph where it's like, we're so back. It's so over. We are so back. It's okay. We're so back. It's so over. That's my life. That's how I live on a day-to-day. Look at this graph. Thank you, Marco! Chimuri! Thank you, Flannel Flights of Fancy! The LARP is real! Yeah, everyone here was LARPing! I hope the Twitter spaces were fine. I know I only did a few Twitter spaces. And then I was sitting in the background of one of Cece's Twitter spaces, but I wasn't talking because I wanted to give her time with the Ultimos. But the entire time I was there, she was like, "You're making me self-conscious. Talking to myself, and you're there, you're not speaking." And she told me that after she ended too, and she was like, "I was self-conscious the entire time." And I'm like, "Why?" I was literally just sitting there. I was looking at my phone, sitting there, baby coughing in the background. Was fun though. And then Cece was also, I'm sure you saw it when she's like, "I have Twitter anxiety." And then I'm like, stop having Twitter anxiety. And then that's why I was taking her phone and she was taking my phone. The only Among Us kid. Now I remember. Oh, my memory is flooding back to me. Me and Cece were in the studio together one day. And then while Cece was busy, I was talking to Cece's manager. And then to Cece's manager, I was like, "Would it be wrong of me, Cece Mani-chan, if I asked you to watch Parkour Civilization? Would it be wrong of me to do that?" And she's like, "No, yeah, you can send me Parkour Civilization." And I'm like, "Cool." So I said Parkour Civilization to Cece's Mani-chan, and then we were like sitting and watching Parkour Civilization, and then we started yapping and talking, and they talked about lots of stuff. We were just yapping, and then I was like, "Have you seen the Among Us kissing gif? Would it be wrong of me to DM you the Among Us kissing gif?" And she's like, you can send it." And I'm like, cool. And so I sent the Among Us kissing to DC's manager. I had a great time. The manager is great. And then after that, I think it was later that Cece's like, where were you? You left me all alone." And I'm like, "I was talking to your manager. I sent her Among Us kiss gift." She's like, "Why would you do?" And then she took my phone, and then I was tweeting on Cece's phone. And then she was tweeting on mine, so I'm sure you saw all of those where she retweeted a bunch of tweets. And then she was making tweets on my account, and I'm like, that literally just sounds like me tweeting. And she's like, "Stop! I have Twitter anxiety. I don't know what to tweet." She has one that's in drafts. It's kind. She was tweeting something, and then I was like, "Wow, that's a good tweet." And she's like, "Stop!" So she put it in drafts. I'll show it one day, not anytime soon. But it was. She was trying to cook. She was trying to do something in that tweet. I don't know what she was trying to do. Maybe in a year from now, I'll show you what the draft says. And then she ended up settling on the Among Us kissing gift and posting the Among Us kissing gift. And I'm like, "Wow, Among Us vintage?" And she tweeted that, and I'm like, "No one's gonna know that was you. Everyone's going to think that was me." And I'm pretty sure, for the most part, everyone thought it was me. But yeah, it was a great time, great bonding moment. Still don't believe me? I know! It's such a tweet that I would make! But Cece... And then afterwards, I messaged my Mani-chan, and I was like, "Cece just tweeted Among Us making out on my Twitter. If someone bonks me for it, it wasn't me, it was Cece." That was me covering my ground. All my Covering all the ground I could. Yeah, me when I'm snitching. It was fun though. Fun, great time. I had to have lots of snacks. I didn't go to the konbini as much as I thought I would. Also, I was very, I don't know. I feel guilty over this. But I used the taxi a lot this trip. And usually I'm like, no, save on cost. Public transport maxing. But I was taxi maxing this trip. Yeah. So, but hopefully I will taxi more. Sorry, not more. Taxi less next time. But I hope, hopefully. Praying. Hoping and praying. Yeah, it's so convenient. And then you're trying to meet up with people faster. And you don't have to worry about walking in the cold and the rain. And you just dodge the rain and you get in a taxi. So it's fine, right? Praying and jumping and popping and jopping. It's jopping. Gotta get down. Dropping. Gotta get down, dropping. Jumping and popping, it's dropping. And we're not allowed to because of it's dangerous. But I really wanted to go. You know, our Easter merch was released and it was in stores. And I really wanted to see it in stores. But I actually didn't look too deeply into it, so I didn't know what stores they were in. But I heard that they sold out pretty quickly in stores. Which, thank you! Thank you for supporting us and purchasing our Easter merch. It looked really cute. And they actually gave us our own copies of our Easter merch, except I forgot Egg Gigi. I forgot Egg Gigi with CC, and then CC left Egg Gigi with Bibu. So it'll eventually make its way back to me. Egg G will slowly find her way back to me. Yeah, it'll she'll be fine. She's on vacation. Egg G is fine on vacation. She can have some extended stay with other people. On a journey, bonding with John Cat. And the entire time on that trip, I was like, wow, we have so much on our schedule. We're so busy. And we're not. Justice? We didn't perform this year. I think because of obvious reasons. But we were still so busy. And I'm like, I can't imagine what it's like when you're actually performing, how much busier it's gonna be. Because I felt really busy this year. I'm scared. I'm scared to see how busy it's gonna be. Gonna be so busy. But all work, no play makes sad. So you have to play for all the work to make the glad. Yeah. Slay those tasks. I was going somewhere with that. I went far with that. Thank you, Monofun, for the super. Pay for getting in shoebox, please. What do you mean getting in? You left? You can't leave. You were always inside the shoebox. Far east, you could say? Yes, I was far east as one could say. Maybe even so far east movement, fly like a G6, popping bottles in the ice like a blizzard. When we drink, we do it right, getting slizzard. Fly like a G6, like a G6. Now I'm feeling so fly, like a G6, which is an airplane. Thank you, Heroin V Faction, for the Suba the G virus. No, I'm not contagious. I'm not contagious. The G in GG stands for G6. Exactly! There are 6 letters in my name. G6. Would be pretty cool if I was contagious. Why? To turn everyone into grams? Imagine if I had the virus that was airborne, and then whenever you breathed it in, you were suddenly in a shoebox and you were just a little lizard with puny tiny legs. Thank you, Robbie, for the super. Thank you, Mr. JC, for the Aka super. How did you enjoy your first HoloFest? Are you surprised by any of the song choices? Grizz, Dongo, Dai, Kazuku, Rex, so many of us in the audience. Hope you had a ton of fun and excited for you to be on stage next year. Girl, it was so good, so cute. That song is always so... I remember it's like probably the first song I learned on the piano for weeb reasons. Also, I feel like the surprise by the song choices, the very obvious one, the one that stands out to me, is the very obvious song choice one. Surprise! Frody! When I heard it, I was like, what? What? I don't know. It's like, you hear the song and you're like, oh yeah, this song. And then you look at who's on stage and you're like, Crony! Konnichiwa! It was awesome. She's so cute. Great song. Great song choice. Very awesome. I think that was the biggest surprise to me. And it worked. I was so shocked. It was so shocking. Thank you, Nishiki, for this super. Wish I could give you some of my energy. No, keep your energy. You need that. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just a little sick. Just a little sick. Play piano poorly. Not good. Don't know how to play. I played a little bit when growing up because forced to take classes, but I stopped taking it and I'm not good. Not very good. I was more of a clarinet player, if anything. I don't know. I wish I played the flute. But when I was picking my instrument, I was like, I'm gonna play a clarinet for some reason. Because everyone else is playing the flute. So I'm gonna pick the clarinet. Where? Thank you, Tanukaze! Don't know how Gigi could be patient zero. She didn't even make out with anyone all week. Exactly! How could I have been the source of all colds if I wasn't even making out with anyone? It's not fair. If I was gonna get sick, I should have kissed everyone on the lips and passed it to them. Right? I should have. Explain my recorder skills? Everyone can play the recorder. I don't know where my recorder is. I don't know where it like lost it. I don't know where my recorder is. Where are all my desk instruments that I leave on my desk because I'm too lazy to move them? I don't know. I don't know where all my desk instruments went. Whatever. Here's my desk tums. Tums goes to work in seconds. Whenever you have a tummy ache, eat a Tums. And all of my baby instruments they're put away right now, but I still have them. They're just in the closet. You hate Tums? How can you hate Tums? They're there to save you. I like the chewy ones because they're not as chalky as the other ones. I think I like the Tums smoothies maybe? I don't know. There's one chalky Tums that I liked and I didn't mind the taste of, but the other Tums I eat, I don't like them. And then the chewy Tums are fine. What they taste like? Tums. I don't have a better word for them. They're supposed to be flavored like fruit, but they don't taste like fruit. They taste like Tums. Thank you, Just a Guy. New meme format just dropped. Let's take cough test together. Yes, holding my hand out. Let's take cough test together. Let's take ibuprofen together. Yummers. Smarties taste like chalk, but good. I agree. I like Smarties actually. Tastes like cough, but good. Thank you, Sissa. Hope you get better soon, Gigi. My mom sent me the same exact article about the actress when I went. Wow. What is it about mothers sending articles about people dying when you're about to go to another place? Oh my god. When I got into... I don't know if I said this. When I got into Holo, and then we had to go to the Far East for the first time. My mom was so like, where are you going? What are you doing? What company? And then she was like, are you sure they're real? Is this a real company? And then she would be like, you have to be so careful when you go to other countries. People are gonna offer you fake jobs with good pay, and they're gonna trap you there, and they're gonna take your passport, and they're gonna put you in a hotel, and you're not gonna come home, and they're going to kidnap you. They're gonna kidnap you, and they're gonna take your passport, and I'm like, please, I know what I'm doing, please. And she would tell me that for like months. Even afterwards, she's like, are you sure? What do you know about this company? And then, are you sure they're not gonna kidnap you, and they're not gonna keep you in a hotel room, and you're not gonna be able to make it home? And I'm like, stop. Leave me alone. Yeah, crazy. It's so crazy. And then when I got home, Gigi Mama picked me up when I got home. The moment I landed, she started debuffing me by nagging me about random stuff. But I think the craziest thing was that we were waiting for the elevator, and there's a family in the elevator, and I don't know. I'm not sure if it was the same family. It was probably the same family. They went to the elevator, they went up, and then they came back down, and then I guess they went to the wrong floor. I don't know, but they came back down, and then my mom, she was audibly out loud like, "You guys again? I gotta get to work, hurry up." And I'm like, what? Stop! Those are inside thoughts! Don't say that to them! I was like, no! you think? Where the inside thoughts are always outside thoughts, and when they should be kept inside. And I was like, stop! Don't be rude to the random family. I just landed. Hey, I keep my inside thoughts to myself. Inside thoughts of rudeness to myself. Everything else is outside, but I would not be audibly rude to someone. To a random stranger, a random family. That reminds me. I also forgot about this story. I was driving at night. I wanted to tell you guys because I thought it was funny. I mean, not funny. Is it funny? I was driving at night in the leftmost lane, going a reasonable... I don't know. I was going pretty fast, but I was making sure I didn't go too fast that I would get pulled over, but I was going pretty fast. And then there was a car behind me. The roads were pretty empty. And then they were like behind me, and I know that they want to go faster, but I'm like, I'm going a pretty reasonable fast speed that I don't want to change lanes and I'm lazy. So they change lanes and they speed. They're like definitely going 100 to overtake me. And they zoom 100 to overtake me and then just like go off. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't care. And then there's another, like a minute later, there's another car gaining on me like so fast. I'm like, they're definitely going over 100 to speed on me. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then they also pass me. And then I noticed the moment they pass me, it's a freaking highway patrol. And I was like, uh-oh. And then I was like, covering my mouth. And then I see highway patrol pull over the car that passed to me. And I'm like turning my head swiveling like, oh my god. My bad, dude. Was that my... It was crazy. So that happened. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, that person must be pissed off. Yeah, not my fault. He sped up. He went so fast to pass me. We should have been following the speed limit. Yeah, justice, just like that. 10% my fault. I should have, you know, when someone is gaining on you, you should technically change lanes so they can pass you. But I was like, ah, nah. So maybe I was instrumental in them getting pulled over. Or maybe they would have been pulled over anyways because they would have been really, really fast in the other lane, you know? Anything could have happened. We shouldn't have been going that fast anyway. We shouldn't have been going faster than that. They should not have been reaching the triple digits. The cop was about to get me? I know! I was like, oh my god. Actual guardian, if not for that guy, I could have been sniped. Maybe. I wasn't going that. I was going a reasonable, arguable amount. They sped up to save me, my guardian angel. Yeah. You know, it's everyone's reasonable in their mind. I shan't say. I won't give a number to it. Thank you, Froggy. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not giving a number. I'm not saying anything. I will not talk to anyone without my lawyer present. Thank you, Sydney Cookie. Will you run another food business with Callie? I love listening to the League of Lettuce. I hope. We need to finish Alien Isolation together. Cannot wait. Oh my god. We all went to hang out with Callie. She's so hardworking and awesome. And she organized a lot of like little mini activities for everyone to do. She did a lot of organizing. I was really surprised because there's a lot of people to organize for. And when you're organizing for groups of 10 people, it's crazy. 10 plus? But she was on top of that. And then while we're hanging out, she's like, I got work to do later. I'm like, at midnight? When do you sleep? When do you get to sleep? I know! She's just so hardworking. I just wish I could nap with her for 10 hours. Forcibly hold her down to nap for 10 hours. I don't know if she'll like it. I know that it's like when the brain on where you're like, I gotta be working, gotta always be moving, gotta move. I don't know if she'll like napping for more than 10 hours, but maybe one day I will hold her hostage and be like, it's 10-hour nap time. We're hanging out for 10 hours today. 10 hours is being I knock you out and we sleep for 10 hours. Would be nice. Would be nice to nap. The grind never stops. Pins you down to my bed gently. Me to Mori Calliope. Did you see on the fest board the talent wall where Mori Calliope put her signature down and then I wrote down I want you and then she wrote down you're okay, I guess. And then I'm like smiley face. She wants me so bad, everyone. Mori Calliope wants me. You like how I say her full name? Treat her with respect. That's Mori Calliope. That is Mori Freaking Calliope. Just wanted to say you're epic. Hashtag Raffle. Hashtag LMAO. Every day I'm shuffling. Dun 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 dun. She loves when I talk about. Okay, it was really crowded for one. No one is listening to conversations when it's really crowded and there's lots of people. I didn't know that there was a waiter walking by. How was I supposed to know that? I was just making conversation. Also, I watched Neja too. And I was like, wow, I have to tell someone about this. And unfortunately, that person was Mori Calliope. So after watching Neja 2, I was like, wow, Neja 2 was just like Sonic 3, in which there was a cope the entire last hour of Neja 2. It was just this. And then she's like, really? And I was like, yeah, literally. They were literally on screen doing it. And she's like, really? And I'm like, not really, but really. They were really doing it. And then people are like, I watched the movie, I didn't see that. Well, I don't think we were watching the same movie then. Coffee dying. Yeah, you didn't watch it. You didn't watch it correctly. You were not watching it the same way I was watching. I was only watching the most correct ways. Say the most out-of-pocket thing anywhere she goes. Is that a direct Bibu quote? About who? Who's she talking about? Who would say such things? What's out of pocket? Direct quote? About who? Who's she talking about? Is she talking about Mori Calliope? Yeah, Mori Calliope is a little out of pocket. Thank you, Thomas Atlas, for the super. Thank you, John, my soul. When I put on my shoes this morning, I thought sock shoe slip on that thing. Please make it stop. Sock shua, slip on that thing. Sock shua. Please make it stop. No, I think your life is being what's the word? Enriched. Your life is being enriched with wonders you've never once experienced before. You're now so full of whimsy, and you will carry this everywhere you go. Sock shua that thing. Yeah, I need to... I don't know. I have to spend more time cultivating more memes in my head, because we can't keep using, even as much as we like these memes, we need at least another 50 more to cycle through for a whole stockpile of memes. So that's my goal, is to have about 700 memes that we all cycle through, and that way you have like a crazy amount of memes to pull from the dictionary at any time. Yeah, let's get these memes pumping. Maybe, yeah, I'm exaggerating. Maybe not 700, maybe 699. We have some years ahead of us to make some memes. So, by the time the heat death of the universe happens, I hope that I have enough memes. I do feel like, because I was touching grass and not streaming for a really long time, that you know, where you have so many conversations with people and you're like socializing so much that you forget how to stream. And that was a fear that I had in my mind. I was like, oh no, I'm touching so much grass, I'm not gonna remember how to stream, I'm not gonna remember how to talk. Also, because I haven't touched grass in a really long time, it's been so long since I went outside and socialized with people, I'm also in the moment like, oh my god, it's been so long since I socialized, I don't know how to talk to people anymore. But I'm slowly relearning how to speak again. Yap skills are like riding a bike. Brain nourishment! It's good though. It's good to be socialized. It's like the difference between a socialized dog and an unsocialized dog. You know what I mean? You get it? You understand? Heard about how I introduced myself to Callie's friends? They're really cool. They're really cool people. We talked about BL. I talked to them about what makes the sky blue. And then and now I added them. And now we're friends too. So beautiful. Life is beautiful. Friendship is beautiful. I'm losing my voice. I'm yapping too much while sick. Can you tell? Can you tell that my voice is slowly becoming more... Too much yapping is happening? You can? Oh, here, let me drink some water. Got strong now? It's reverting? We are so back. It's so over. We are so back and it is so over all at once. Thank you, Tanukaze. What instead of being LNG with a QR code? Instead of saying Boko's vintage, you said Boko's QR code. Where's the boat going? QR goes code. QR code. Q. Let's go back to the drawing board. We can make a better one. Let's go. Let's get back into the kitchen. Yeah, we're gonna have by the next stream. I hope that I see another one of these that shows that we have put some thought into it. I'll think about it too. Okay, we can both think about it. We gotta go back to the drawing board. We gotta cook. Thank you. My warranty expired. Welcome back to your head cursed out on Monday. You need your opinion on this. What if instead of St. Patty's Day, it was St. Zaddy's Day? Stick out tongue, winking eye emoji. Blah. 8 and left no crumbs. Slay! That was a good one. That was real good. That was a really good one. Yeah. St. Zaddy's Day. Let's get that on the... Let's get that going. Can we get 100,000 signatures on the petition to rename St. Patty's Day to St. Zaddy's Day? Blah. Blah. Thank you, Yibri, for the Zuba. Is there an upper limit to how big a grem can be? I'm imagining that somewhere in the Alaskan tundra there's a mammoth-sized grems wandering around. Yes, I agree. There is no upper limit on the size of a grem. But every grem, no matter the size, can fit in the shoebox. No matter the size of the grem, they all fit in the shoebox. Eating Mike Tyson's ass! I'm glad you had a lot of fun during HoloFest. Thank you, Eating Mike Tyson's ass! I hope you had a lot of fun eating Mike Tyson's ass, too! As well! Thank you, Randongs! And thank you, Xanzmaz! Welcome back! Glad you didn't have Rona! Just wanted to say, seeing all your siblings, saying how much they love meeting you and hanging out with you was just more proof via my Hololive Kamiyoshi. Hope you get better soon. Thank you! I'm also glad. I was literally gonna go nuclear. I'm like, oh my god, if I can't make it home, I'm gonna go crazy. And I was crashing out. I was literally crashing. But I'm happy that it didn't happen. We're fine. It's all fine. Yeah, ready to explode. All I had was a loser cold. Just my stupid loser cold, and the doctor telling me that I had a loser cold. Embarrassing loser cold. Thank you, Smelly. Kiki awesome. Thank you. Me awesome. Shoebox awesome. Grandma awesome. Thank you, Birdie. Timon, in the past I also got addicted to Graham games, but the bag is kind of troublesome. So nowadays I just play until the prize is almost flying, and then have the next person get it. You are a much better person than I. Maybe. Me too. One day I will also be like that. But I don't think right now, as I am, I don't think I'm that good of a person. I like the sound of, like when the prize drops and then the dopamine rush when it's like, congratulations! Prize won! I get most of my joy from seeing the prize fall into the chute. And then I have to find out how to offload it to someone. Just handing things out. Just like, here, take this. Take this one too. Wanted to thank you because your chaos has been one of the few things that make me laugh and smile during a time of personal lies. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm happy that I can be here to make some smiles. A little bit of happy. And the shoebox is here for you. To give you many kisses. They won't stop kissing you, okay? All you have to do is ask and they'll kiss you. I won't, but the Grems will. They'll kiss you. They're the kisses! They're kissing you! From the Grems, not from me. kiss him without asking? Yeah, like what Cece said yesterday. Did you hear what she said? Are you listening to what Cece said yesterday in the collab? Where she's like, I'll take your silence as consent. She said that to me. She said that's a direct quote from me. From her to me. I cannot believe it. Cecilia Evergreen of Hololive Justice would say that? Coughing maybe. Thank you, Flannel Flights of Fancy. Money isn't real, let's go! No, cash isn't real. Money is real, but cash isn't real. Physical cash is not real. Thank you, Kekimori. My grem friend Nutella loves you, but she can't send super chats from her account, so she's sending it through here. We love you, Gigi. Feel better soon. Thank you! I am feeling better with you guys here. So happy to be here with everyone. You know, as much fun as I had lollygagging around and playing with everyone, I did miss streaming and I did miss hanging out. So I'm happy that I can go back to a more scheduled, do more scheduled things. So I think going outside is good for you. I feel like I should put more going outside in my schedule in general, because unfortunately, did you know that touching grass and being outdoors and looking at the sun is good for your brain? Unfortunately, it makes you more neurotypical. Makes you feel better. Sucks, but it's true. Says who? Points upward. The doctors in the sky. Thank you, Urban Legend! Your alien isolation cloud in the morning brings me so much joy and laugh so hard during each of them. When are you two going to finish it? I don't know her yet, but I will bug her for them soon. Again. Well, eventually. Eventually, I will knock on her door and go, alien isolation? And then I will harass her. I want to do... I don't know if specifically Minecraft, but I did want to develop my Minecraft land some more. And I want to play with Crony some more and see what she builds. I also just want to play games with Crony in general. When she is back from her beautiful, wonderful trip that she is having so much fun on. You know? That one trip that everyone's jealous of. And everyone's like, don't bring her up. Her happiness brings me immense joy. Clenching fist, Arthur Fist. Thank you, Sai. Welcome back. Please feel better soon. Don't worry, I am eating so many medicines every day. I think it's the reason why it makes me so sleepy. I like put 5 million medicines in my mouth and then I pass out. I'm probably gonna nap after this. I don't know. We'll see. Doing my best. Doing my best to stay here. Thank you, Max. Yeah, I'll probably finish off these supas and then lay down. It's my lay down time. And then more stories will naturally come up over, I just wanted to have a comfy Zatsu stream and I yap with you guys, but more stories will certainly surface over the week when I oh, we missed the sound of that! When I vaguely remember them. Will I write them down? I will, if I remember them when I'm not streaming, I'll write them down. Yeah! Bobo! We missed your barking! Thank you, Athesis. Happy to see you back. Hope you get unsick soon. Who wants my sickness? I'm trading it. Trading my sickness off. Thank you, Daiki. Thank you, Isaac Lightning. Gigi, most chaotic VTuber 2025? That's not true. I am not chaotic, remember? I am demure, mindful, kind, docile, inoffensive, neutral, shy, quiet. Yeah, all of those adjectives. That's me. That's me! Thank you, Ignacio, for the suva. Thank you, Lonely Dude. It was my B-Day on the original Graham stream. The frame that this was originally on, that you guys roleplayed during? Happy belated birthday! Thank you, Reina! Did you see the card minigame in League of Gigi? What? League of Legends? Oh my god, because I've been gone away from my PC for 3 weeks, I haven't played League of Legends for 3 weeks. And I'm like, oh my god. Am I cleansed? Am I purified from League of Legends? Am I League detoxed? What? Who knows what'll happen now that I'm home? We don't know what's gonna happen now that I'm home. Anything can happen. I could get back into League of Legends at any moment. We don't know. No, I have to play Monster Hunter though. I forgot. I want to post a tweet, but Monster Hunter team also sent me a loot box, the crate. And it comes in an actual, like, really beautiful box. Like, it's actually a wooden box, and it's so cool. And I should post the pictures. I gotta post the pictures of it. Eventually. Soon. Eventually. Eventually soon. Yeah, like the one Bibu got. It's so cool. It's so awesome. It's probably the same contents, but with my name on it. So cute. Thank you, Ash! For your 1 mil, what have you asked for a concert on the 21st? Now that's a lofty goal. Actually, I feel like clarity is a really, really big ask. Like, how expensive is clarity perms? We're gonna ask and it's gonna be $5 billion. And they're gonna be like, we tried, but it's $5 billion. And I'll be like, that's fair. You know, that's fine. Yeah, doesn't hurt to ask. Does not hurt to ask. Thank you, Lyrie, for the super. Timuri, I was the one who posted about the G Kawa Ita bag, and you replying to it really made my birthday. Thank you, you're so awesome. Happy birthday! Thank you for showing me your really, really, really cute Gigi Ita bag. I love seeing those things, so when you post them, it makes me really happy. Thank you guys. If you collect my merch, if you have Ita bag of me, please take pictures of them and post it. If you go to a convention, it's con season soon. Also, because it's con season soon, make sure to not end up like me and get a loser cold. Make sure to eat your emergency. Make sure to be very, very well hydrated and mask up when there's lots and lots of people flying in from all over the world. And if you go to those places, please take photos if you are collecting any merch of me. I want to see. Yeah, I think summer season, like when it's nearing summer, all of the big conventions are happening, right? Oh, like AX is one of the larger ones that will be happening during summer. It'll be fun and awesome. They get so packed now. There's just too many people trying to go to these anime conventions. Do I like Ita bag photos? I would prefer not. Maybe the gremlin tag. I don't mind the stray 1 or 2 that pops up when I see them. But the gremlin, the RKGGK tag is for when I'm looking for thumbnail art. I'm really looking for it. Make sure to hang out with people who are super sick so that you can say you caught something cool and not a stinking cold. Yeah! I should have gotten the flu! I should have been hanging out with someone who has... I should have gotten a fever! I didn't get a fever! All I got was this loser-ass cold! And I lost my sense of smell! And it wasn't even cool! Had my major freak out for nothing! Yeah, I deserve the fever! Just kidding, I don't want a fever. It would be miserable. If I was traveling with a fever, I'd be so sad. Water! Yum, 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 yum. Community note, Gigi thinks all brain rot is art. It is art. Anything that you create is art. In the form of anything. Memes are art. Words are art. Music is art. Everything is art. Creation is art. Is that inspiring to say? Thank you, Oyasumi. When you get 3D, can we request that you demonstrate dropping for us? I'm gonna have to learn how to drop. How about get down, dropping? How about get down, dropping? How about get down, dropping? When are you jumping and popping? It's dropping. Thank you, Samagi, for the Akasupa. Welcome back, Gigi. Hope you feel better. Just want to say thanks for inspiring me to get back into the league after a 7-month break. And after being hard stuck silver, I got to diamond in 2 months. I've been diamond 10 years, so this was huge. Huge! I have to get back into league too. Congratulations on your diamond win, dub. That's a dub. No, back to league. League of Legends. What's wrong with League? Everyone wants to get back on League of Legends. I know, I saw the BMO chibi coming out. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna spend money for the BMO chibi. Thank you, Mouse, for the Agasupa. I quit my job 4 months ago, but I got a new, better job. However, I said before, I'm still ready to work for you. I can be your car, chair, maid stand, socks, toothbrush, even Popo's new hat, or a training dummy for your own core skills. If you hire me, I will quit my job immediately again, please! Don't quit your job! Work 2. Work 2 jobs. Welcome. We needed someone in the shoebox to clean the piss corner. The resident piss cleaner! Congratulations! All Grams, you no longer have to work in shifts. We have the resident piss cleaner. The first janitor Gram. 2 jobs now. The first Gram with 2 jobs. Working as janitor. No more shifts. You don't have to fill out the timetables. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mouse Gram. All the Grams greatly appreciate it. Please don't clean mine. I worked hard. No! Clean it! It has to be clean in there. Thank you, Peter, for the super. So glad that she's back now. I can tell her that her favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype Sky Strikers has its own manga lore series in the Yu-Gi-Oh! OCG Story spin-off manga. I have to read about them. That's the Yuri one, right? I did when I was... I don't know, I have 0 Yu-Gi-Oh! Knowledge now. But when I was playing more, I think I learned a little bit of how fluanderies worked. Which was annoying. And I had a fun time. But I have to play Monster Hunter. We have to get back on the Monster Hunter grind. Everyone's ahead of me. I don't know how it's gonna go. My nails are getting long, but I don't want to go into the salon to ask them to take them off. So much is wrong. I don't want to do it myself either. I have to go in and I have to get them taken off so that I'll have normal length nails and they're no longer debuffing me and griefing me. And they're so long that I can't type and it's making typing really, really hard. Just tear them off. That sounds like pain. That sounds like infection. Gigi, how many grams does it take to change a light bulb? This is not a joke, but a cry for help. All my lights are out, and I can't find my jerky. Haha. Jerky? Whose jerky this grab off? Sorry. My bad. Thank you, Speed Bagel. Reading BL while listening to Gigi Yap. It's just so peak. Yes. That's called multitasking, parallel playing. I couldn't help it. I could not help myself. I was on a 3-week vacation. 0 filter. I have less of a filter in real life because I know that it won't get caught on stream until someone brings it up on stream. Did I have any intention? Did I think Mori Calliope would say Gex on stream? No, I didn't think she would say that on stream. So that's why I have 0 filter in real life, because I know that no one can actually clip it until someone spreads it word of mouth. But these past 3 weeks have been filterless, and that's why I have to reinstall the filter that holds me back from saying things on stream. Thank you, Frederick, for this Zuba. Glad to see you back to health-ish. Hope Gigi able to meet Subaru-senpai and Miko-senpai. I did meet Subaru-senpai and very, very briefly saw Miko-senpai, but I couldn't introduce myself because it was during a time of, like, we were all moving to another area, and then they were summoning us to these other areas, and I saw them as we were moving to these other areas. But I did say hi to Subaru-senpai, and before I could say hi to Miko-senpai, they're like, hey, we gotta go over this way! So they were, like, separating us all into our different groups. And I was like, no, I didn't get to say hello! But I tried to say hello to the people I could, but but they're all very nice, very kind, very awesome. Thank you, Dad Snake. So happy you met so many people and had so much fun in the Far East. Hope you feel better sooner than soon. Yes, I will feel better sooner than soon. Even sooner than soon, but soonest soon. The soonest sooner. I did not meet Kuyori Mama Senpai. I did not get to meet her. Next time though, I messaged her when I won her poster from karaoke. I messaged her. I'm like, look what I got, and she replied back. She's really cute. Next time I will see if I can say hi to her. Should get her to sign it. I will bring it with me next time and ask her to sign the shiny thing. Can you cough into the shoebox so we catch your germs? No! I will not do that. Thank you, Hollow Knight, for unbinting the boat. Thank you, San Muz. Hi, Gigi. My last super chat didn't go through, so I have another. You kept me sane during my tooth extraction today. I was able to listen to your bot the whole time and it helped distract me. You rock. Thank you. Happy tooth extraction. I don't know. There's like a lot of stories that you may have heard from other people that I am still rolling in my head to see. I'm like, because I remember everyone I hung out with, but I can't. I don't know super specifics, and I remember the days, and I remember like what days I hung out with people. But also, I don't know. You know, it feels different in real life, where, you know, there's less filter and the barriers are down and you're interacting face to face. And then sometimes I'm like, how much of this should be living in this moment and what should be shared? So I usually wait and see to see what other people share. And then I'm like, okay, I'll talk about this. Oh yeah, about this. Or like, I really think it's real. Like, should I talk about this? Would they want this shared? Do they want this shared at all? Thinking, pondering my orb. So I will think. If things pop up, if I've thought more things through, I will share what I remember as they come throughout the days. Or if I see someone talking about it, then I will also talk about it. Thank you, Lula, for the super. Made me laugh a lot during some hard times. Wish I could have had more gratitude. Never change. Keep causing chaos and making us more based. Based? Based on what? Based on what? Thank you, E.T. Gigi, me and my buddy are fishing, listening to the stream. Wish us luck. Hope you catch a big fish. And there you Calcire! Unprinted offer, limited time offer. Catch airborne grem. Offer the one-time payment of living in a shoebox for the rest of your life. Call 800 grams now. Hope you're feeling better. 1-800 grams in the air. 1-800 grams in the air. Okay. I will read the rest of these another time. I'm losing my voice. I have to lay down now. Thank you everyone for spending time with me. This is just the beginning, the start of my schedule again. And there'll definitely be random stories here and there, but I just want to get all the yapping out right now. Tomorrow's more Monster Hunter. Sorry if I'm low energy while I'm recovering. I'm doing my best. I'll be back to 100 sooner or later. Yay! And when my cover comes out, I hope that you stream it and you like it and you like the art, because the art is so cutie-ful. Yippee! I am going to lay down now. Goodbye, Grams! Take care! I will see you tomorrow. Very soon. Don't worry, it's not like I'm disappearing again. You will see me tomorrow, and you'll see me the day after. And I want to dig very much on Friday, but I may be pulled away to do, I don't know. It's very important. Gigi Mama's like smacking. She's like, taxes. You gotta do taxes. I don't know. I don't want to. I'm doing my best to hold off for as long as I can, but I do have to do taxes sooner or later. And then I don't know. I'll keep you updated though. Goodbye! Whee!